On this graph, I have a line, and you can see that I've identified the x-intercept and the y-intercept by just looking at the graph and locating those points and then writing them out. Before we move on, let's take note that the x-intercept has a y value that is equal to 0. And for the y-intercept, the x value is equal to 0. And that's going to be true in other cases. Now, in this particular problem, it was fairly easy to identify these intercepts because I just had to look at the graph. But what if I don't have a graph drawn out for me? Instead, I just have an equation, and I want to find the intercepts for both x and y. Because I know that to find the x-intercept, my y value is going to equal 0. And to find the y-intercept, my x will be equal to 0. So let me just write this out. X-intercept means y will equal 0. And y-intercept means x will be equal to 0. Knowing that, I can figure out what my x and y intercepts are by plugging in those zeros one at a time to determine the other variable. So if I make a table where x is equal to 0, and then in another situation y is equal to 0, let's see what we get. 0 plus 4y equals 12. That's going to be 4y equals 12. Divide by 4. Y will equal 3. For this one, y is going to be equal to 0. So x plus 4 times 0, does that equal 12? That's going to be 4 times 0 is 0, so x equals 12. By doing this, I've now created two of the intercept points that I need. 0, 3 is going to be an example of the y-intercept. 12, 0 is going to be an example of the x-intercept. I can now graph these two intercepts to create a line. 0, 3 is actually going to be here. 0, go up 3. And 12, 0 is going to be here. Now that I have 2 points, I can connect those points into a line, or make a line from those 2 points. And again, my line formula was x plus 4y equals 12.